So 1 in 6 children in Queensland are living in poverty, and that data is before the pandemic. We have had huge growth, all driven by the needs of local families, and that need continually increasing through the pandemic, through the floods, the cost of living crisis. For organisations like Baby Give Back, it is critical that we have as much support as possible in the community. And for us, really, community is how we deliver support. It's about everyone giving what they can. Whether you've got financial donations you can give, can be supporting businesses who donate financially, like Value Dental, and we all have a part to play in helping kids thrive in our community, and it can be really simple and everyone can give something, and when we give what we can, we end up happier for it as well. I started Baby Give Back almost 7 years ago when my children were young. They were 1 and 3 years old, and as my son was outgrowing, things like the bouncer and clothes and toys, I realised just how lucky we were to be able to provide them with everything that they needed for a safe start in life. So I started to look for ways of passing on our no longer needed items to families who were doing it tough. And that's when I realised that there was no organisation in Queensland where you could effectively recycle baby items for families in need. Baby Give Back supports vulnerable families to give their kids a safe start in life by accessing the material aid that they need, which includes things like nappies, clothing, toys and books, and also critical safety items like car seats, cots and prams. And we do this by collecting pre-loved donations from local families once their children have outgrown things. We collect them at our warehouse and our volunteers help us to clean, safety check and sort through these donations and provide them to families in need via their social worker and caseworker, so that our support is targeted to those most in need and they're accessing the other range of support that they might need to break out of cycles of disadvantage. So we've gone from a small operation in my garage nearly 7 years ago to now operating quite a large warehouse operation on the Gold Coast and servicing families across southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. This year we will help 10,000 children and their families with those essentials that they need for a safe start in life. We have about 300 dedicated volunteers who help us to sort through those amazing donations that come in from the community, and we rely on community support without government funding to be able to ensure that we're reaching those 10,000 children, but also that we're in a position to grow and help more and more kids each year, because we know that the need isn't going away anytime soon. And there have been things like constant increase in domestic violence rates that have a flow-on effect that mean that families find themselves without stable housing and in greater need and vulnerability to have access to those basics that they need. The donation from Value Dental goes a long way towards ensuring that no child is left behind in terms of accessing what they need for a safe start. That funding allows us to keep the doors open so that we're able to continue to collect donations in the community and, more importantly, to target that support to vulnerable families. We're finding that donations are required more and more urgently. There's been a huge increase in domestic violence, and the support from Value Dental has enabled us to be able to provide urgent support. Sometimes that's same-day support that's needed for a family who are able to leave an unsafe situation, or in other circumstances be able to intervene and stop a child safety removal and allow a family to stay together because they have access to those safety items. The best way to find out more about Baby Give Back is to follow us on social media at Baby Give Back, or visit our website www.babygiveback.org. On social media, we share a lot about the current needs, which are changing day to day. We are able to share stories of the families that we're helping and show behind the scenes of what it looks like in our warehouse. And we encourage everyone to get involved, to reach out, or even to come and visit us in our warehouse on the Gold Coast if you're so inclined.